And we are live, ladies and gentlemen.
We're live. Hot mics, everyone. Don't say anything you wouldn't want the
Remember, talk
to.
as closely into the microphone as possible.
Check. Copy that.
Don't block your face.
Copy that. If you can, send me the link to the live feed.
The link is...
Go live. Oh, wait, I guess I can just go right onto the YouTubes.
And we're live. Don't say anything baby Jesus wouldn't say.
Goo goo gaga.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, go on YouTube.
Let's silence cell phones, too.
Oh, look at that, we're live.
Hey, everybody. All right, got the link. Is there like a screensaver we could put up right now?
You can play the intro a bunch of times.
We can do that. Personal, you can share that link directly or however you so choose to do it. There goes the AC.
Not the AC.
We're all gonna die.
God damn it. All right.
They shall hear the roar.
There we go. Meow. And we're live.
I mean, that's not much of a roar. A little better?
Maybe. You gotta practice on that a little bit.
I'm working on it. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Hawk Wins Radio Picture Show. A show by Chicagoans, for Chicago arts, entertainment, media, and everything in between. My name is Jack Dwyer.
And I'm Jay Smooth.
And thank you guys for tuning in. We have such a cool show for you guys tonight. Tonight we have Clarissa, the sassy British soul singer, in the house tonight.
Oh, yeah.
The British are coming. The British are coming. It's a British invasion. In the best way possible.
Yeah, what you trying to say, huh?
Well, Clarissa, thank you so much for joining us on this fabulous Wednesday. It's been a long time in the works trying to get you in here. When Jay booked you for this show, we were super excited to have you on board. So, again, welcome to Hawk Wins.
Thank you.
So, let's start off. You're the sassy British soul singer. What brought you all the way here to the city of Chicago?
Wow, I actually relocated nearby, so I'm in a little nice spot between Milwaukee and Chicago when I play here quite often now. I'm finding that this year Chicago tends to book me out a lot of my Fridays, which is really cool. You know, I'm doing different kind of venues with different formats of my show. So while I've been solo quite a lot doing my shows in the Midwest, I've actually now established a little bit more of a regular band situation as well, where I have like a few hand-picked musicians accompanied to places like the Untitled Supper Club. We've got one of them shows coming up soon. That's going to be on the 5th of July. And then I'm doing like little solo gigs on Fridays, which is in places like the Ambassador, which is this weekend, this Friday and next Friday. So there's a lot going on, and I'm coming to Chicago more and more, battling through traffic to get here. And it's always a vibe, everyone's every experience I've had in Chicago so far has been really cool.
That's great. Your music definitely fits in with the scene here. It's jazzy, it's bluesy, it's reggae, it's club, it's a little bit of everything. So when I heard you for the first time, I was like, she's going to get along very well here. So can you tell us what are some of your favorite places to perform at or just visit, and what's your favorite music scene here in Chicago?
You know what? It's it depends on whether it's summer. Like in the summertime, I would like to go to more outdoor venues, but I'm having more summer dates come up at places like typically around Hubbard Street, River North area. So there's Untitled Supper Club, which is that's an indoor stage. Then you've got Boss Bar, which is it's like a little bit more. I think they've got some seating outside. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna be at Boss Bar as well on the on June 4th. So that's going to be a really fun ladies' night, by the way. It's a Tuesday night, so June 4th is going to be popping. We're going to be doing a lot of like old school R&B mixed in with like some dancey stuff. It's going to be fun. So I hope it's going to be the club going up on a Tuesday.
Oh yeah. Untitled Supper Club is one of my favorite spots in the city. Have you been there, Jay?
I have not, but
it's a cool spot.
Cool.
You're a big cocktail guy. I know you would dig that
yeah.
place. It's a vibe. It's like kind of underground. It's a little speakeasy like. Yeah. Super, super cool. Now, when you first came to the States here, did you pick Chicago immediately to come to, or were you kind of shopping around?
I was in Virginia Beach for like 2 years, and I kind of did more of like a corporate kind of setting there. I ended up doing like the Hilton resorts, the Cavalier resort, which were all like beachfront stuff, and then a little town called Norfolk. So you got Virginia Beach and Norfolk. And this was all before COVID, and immediately after that, all just kind of like set back in anyway. So COVID obviously was a hot mess for everybody. I got to Chicago after I left there, and Chicago was kind of still closed. I'm like, what is going on? We just opened. I'm like, no, not this date. I'm like, damn.
Bummer.
Yeah.
When you find those spots in Chicago, though, that were still kind of hitting it off, it was still very roaring 20s Chicago, as we were planning on doing pre-COVID, but once COVID hit, that could have changed some things. So, what's your favorite part about Chicago so far?
You know what? It's weird because I know that Chicago has a really big house scene, which I'm excited to experience, but I haven't really had a full opportunity to do that. Yeah, so I think that's gonna be the thing that I'm gonna enjoy the most when I actually get to go out and enjoy that kind of vibe. But right now I'm in such a grind. I'm not really seeing too much of Chicago. Every time I come here, I'm either working, I'm either stuck in traffic, or like I'm going past places like I really want to go to that place, and then you know I've got to give myself a day to come here and enjoy it properly. I tried it once. I went like the Navy Pier and everywhere like that. But I think I need to spend a little bit more time here.
Can I be honest with you, Clarissa?
Go ahead.
Navy Pier is the biggest tour trap.
Is it?
in all
Oh my
Chicago.
God! See?
Take it from your friendly neighborhood
Okay,
tour
because
guide.
when I came
Yeah.
here today, I was like, this is really cool,
true.
this area. But I was like, yeah, I haven't really experienced too much in Chicago, unfortunately.
You know, I can totally tell, you know, Aretha Franklin, a lot of these blues legends are very big in how you kind of got started and how you got your sound. Highly suggest you make your way out to some of the blues scenes here in
Yeah.
Chicago. Buddy Guys Legends,
Yes,
South Loop area, fabulous place. Kingston Mines is an awesome place to go to as well. You got any favorite kind of jazzier blues clubs in the city, Jay?
Probably Green Mill. It's a good place.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Green Mill.
yeah.
Have you performed at Green Mill?
No, someone was saying I should play there.
Girl,
and
you tear the
winters-
roof off of Green Mill.
A lot of people are throwing places at me, but it's like I'm contacting them and they get so busy. Like it takes like I don't know. It takes sometimes them to come see me live somewhere else by accident for that kind of to set in. You know, I don't know. It's just kind of hard to conquer.
My buddy runs sound at Green Mill.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah,
That's why we got you on the show. We're trying to
Yeah,
push
let's
you
do
into
it.
those places, right?
I'm down.
That's what it's all about. Well, cool. So, so what made you want to make the move to the States then?
I was dating and now married to a Navy vet. He was out there serving, and I was on like a little tour out there. Well, say little tour, it was like a 4.5 year. I was out there for a while, and so kind of came over here and like established a different kind of life situation. So, you know, then moved one time and then kind of to rebuild. So it's been an interesting journey, you know, coming to the States.
And you've been in Chicago for about 3 years now, you said?
Yeah, it'll be approaching 3 years this summer.
And you're booked and blessed. When we were reading your questionnaire before the show, you had performed over 300 shows within 3 years, which is incredible.
it's 100 shows a year.
100 shows a year. That's just about a show every 4 days. And you were saying earlier you do a lot of double shows, 2 in one night.
I mean, like when it gets like to the summer, like as we're approaching now, the hot weather's coming in. There's like some venues have rooftop bars that they open in the evenings. Some of the venues are doing extra stuff on Sunday afternoons because everyone wants to be outside drinking, you know, brunching, whatever. So them kind of gigs open up. Sometimes they land on a Saturday, but I'm like, I'm already out working, may as well just carry on. And plus, you know, shows have been my main income since I was like, 22. So I'm so used to just being on the grind, making it happen, you know, and then doing that as an independent artist as well. You know, it takes a lot of my time up for like doing the flyers, marketing, the booking, and like I get some help sometimes, and some people represent me in certain places. But I'm getting more and more like I know what needs to happen, and I prefer to deal with clients directly, you know, because it's a communication thing. So, you know, I'm trying to always be like an all-round, you know, positive experience, whether it comes from the booking, like people can go on my website and see what shows are coming up, you know, people can email me. I'm normally on that kind of thing, which is why I'm hoping to get like a PA in the next few months because things are getting wild.
Sure.
It's definitely many hats.
That's good though.
Many hats.
You know, it's sometimes people say it's better to do it that way instead of relying on someone else to cover it and everything. So for those of you listening, check out in the description down below. It's Clarissa from the UK.com.
So it's Thisisclarissauk.com.
Thisisclarissauk.com. Check it out in the description down below. We're going to have it down below in the link. Check out her music. Check out her stuff. A lot of incredible original music. A lot of really amazing covers too. Can you tell us a little bit about your writing process? Like what kind of brings you to the table?
I think I'm a very emotional person, you know, and music has always been a way for me to express myself, and music's always been my safe place. You know, it's been something I've done to let out some of that, some of that whatever I've got going on. It's very therapeutic, So I found that I like to channel them emotions into my writing. So writing about an experience or how something made me feel at the time, or it's all very emotional, and it's very intense. I think I've been writing some of the stuff I've been writing it's been hard for me. I'm not gonna lie. I've listened to the song. I'm like, oh my God, I'm crying. So I'm thinking about something it's stressful for me, but that's my way of getting it out. Yeah.
So when you write, do the lyrics come first or does the music come first?
I think I kind of lay down a melody. I'll probably hum a melody, then I'll see what words will fit there that will get the right context across. I guess I just have a lot of melodies in my head, or I can hear a chord progression, and I know what I want to put in between. And that's what's, playing the piano again into my live shows has allowed me to have this as it's always going to be my first voice. This is going to be my second voice. Third voice, I don't know, I want to learn the saxophone or something, I'm always ready for the next thing. Always wanting to get better,
Is there a genre that you have not explored yet that you would look to get into? I know you mentioned house music earlier, but...
I don't know. You know what? I feel like I really should put a rock song on an album at some point, because I avoid rock, and there was a really good, genuine reason for this. Rock destroyed my voice on my residential contracts. Singing Bon Jovi every night is not healthy.
Yeah, for sure.
And AC/DC, it's not healthy for your voice. So therefore, I got this God, I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna. I could sing them songs over and over again, but it's gonna kick my ass. So sometimes when I get a little excited, that sometimes does happen. I'm thinking man, why am I hating so much the next day? I'm like, yep. Whipped out the AC/DC all excited after doing a shot of Fireball or some shit, But yeah, I think I want to try and tap into that a little bit. Just one song. Just one song.
Just one good rock song.
One good rock song.
Do you remember how you got started making music? I know everybody has a different story. Do you come from a background of musicians, or is it just something you picked up at a random?
I loved it all my life. My brother used to DJ. In his room, and stuff like that. So it was nothing serious, but I just remember old school R&B and stuff on the radio, but no major musicians in my family, no. I kind of grew up listening to a lot of Michael Jackson, Marvin Gaye, Bee Gees, but then you listen to funky soul house, so I've always been around a lot of that soulful sound,
Yeah.
And it's definitely, it found me, it's something I've just, it's changed my world.
Yeah. Do you remember a pivotal moment in your young life when you decided, hey, this is what I'm going to do for a living?
Oh my God. I think I was kind of dead set on it from really young. I don't know when it clicked. It's just always been a manifestation,
It's cool.
That's cool. Now you say you've got some new releases coming out every Tuesday?
Every Tuesday.
It's a lot of Tuesdays.
Just keep it going. It's been, I've definitely had to put my foot down this year. I'm just you know what? I can't keep holding back on my original music. I've got to get over my fear of maybe it not sounding good or whatever. I'm going to make things sound how I want them to sound. I want them to sound good. So, I'm trying not to overthink the process right now. I'm working with an engineer who's helping me to not have to do all the other stuff on the computer, because that's, again, it's a stress. I've got to just sit there and focus creatively while I'm getting into a disciplined motion, going to the studio, pumping out a song, or at least pumping out a song, drafting a song, revisiting a song, adding ad-libs. I have a process now where I'm going there every week. So I've got a lot of catching up to do, because, again, I abandoned a lot of my writing stuff because I've been so invested in the live scene. So I've got to, I'm trying to put that work in now. It's hard, though. I have to get rest to go in the studio. I don't want to sound crappy, because this kind of mic is going to pick up everything, you know what I'm saying? So.
Now you're talking about rock songs kind of thrashing your throat. Mm-hmm. What's a way that you find it soothing to recover your throat at the end of the night like that?
Sleep.
Sleep, that's it?
Good old sleep. Good old sleep.
You don't do the honey thing?
I think when it's really tired, the only thing you can do is rest, sleep. I've tried to go in mute. Yeah, it helps a little bit because but reducing stress. Go get I don't know.
I've heard a handful of things. I've heard some people, they're either all about it or they stay away from dairy. They see the dairy.
Yeah, that's one of them.
So do you stay away from it? Do you?
I don't really right now. I'm not eating dairy or meat or anything tasty right now. Well, I'm making it tasty. I'm trying to get my culinary skills in order at the house.
Because some people say like milk. They're like they don't like that kind of hawkiness of it, But then I talked to one of my friends who's a singer, and she's just like, I love it. She's like, that helps me kind of grasp that vocal cord in a sense.
I guess it depends what you're going for vocally.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I used to be a tour guide of Chicago on a double-decker bus for many, many years. I swore by this every time. I would make the same drink after every shift in a cold winter. Mm-hmm. You get throat coat tea, honey, and a shot of whiskey. Just a hot toddy with throat coat tea.
I'll just take the shot of whiskey.
See, that'll thrash it even more, And then you're out partying, like, yeah!
Then I can't feel it.
That was part of my problem. Oh, my God.
Well, that's pretty cool. So what's a way that you kind of prepare yourself for any show? Is there any sort of pregame ritual that you do or any sort of routine that you get yourself into? Every
time I get asked this question, I feel like I'm giving the wrong answer, but I'm just being honest. I swear to God. Sometimes, before my show, I'm about the wind down. Like, if I'm relaxed, I'm going to have a good gig. If I'm stressed out, I'm going to have a good gig, but I'm going to be stressed out at some time. It's not good for me. So, sometimes when I'm starting my weekend or, Thursday or Friday, and maybe not on Thursday because it's studio night, but Friday would be I would literally smoke a cigarette on the way because I'm just trying to let it all out. Woosah, let's get ready for the shows. It's going to be a vibe. And I'll get there. I'll load in. If I've got to provide my own sound, I'll load in. I'm in my, roadie outfit. or black or something, take all my things. And then I normally get changed somewhere. And then I'm out. Ta-da. There has been one occasion where I'm just I'm so tired. I'm just going to leave my all black outfit on and just pop my earrings on and just try to do more of a more chill vibe. But yeah, I try to just woosah. Sometimes I'll sit there and have an espresso martini just before my show just to relax. If people think I'm warming up all the time, they are dead wrong. Anytime I'll do any humming or all this extra stuff, as if I'm really struggling, if it's really, really rough around the edges. Because what I typically do at the beginning of my sets is do songs that I know are going to naturally warm my voice up. I think I'm singing so frequently that I'm never really getting enough rest period in any way. So my voice is always kind of a little bit rough around the edges. And then me warming up is still not going to help because that's just warming me, it's not really. Neither here nor there.
Do you have a practice routine, or do you just work so much that you're just constantly singing and you don't even gotta practice?
To add new songs in and stuff like that into the set, I typically just listen to them a lot. I'll maybe sing in the car between shows and between studios. You got road time.
Yeah.
I'm doing a lot of road time right now. I'm driving sometimes 10 hours a week just on the road. I shit you not, for shows and stuff. I'm like, damn. So in between that time, I'm putting stuff on my playlist. So I'm listening to it here. I'm finding another version. I'm trying to make sure I can use that time for other things because I got to have an overlap somewhere. Otherwise, there's not going to be enough hours in the day. So yeah, that's my way of getting stuff into as soon as I start listening to it, it's going to naturally come into play.
What's the biggest tour you've done so far?
Ooh.
Or
in
I
the
guess
States?
Yeah, or anywhere, I guess, or just your favorite.
Tour, I mean,
a sequence of shows, I guess. I mean, not necessarily a tour, but
I think honestly, the last time I went somewhere and did a bunch of shows, it was Virginia early this year, and that was a vibe, you know. I typically play like a lot more of the like hotel kind of situations where they've got like they're hosting like a fine dining experience, and then I had a speakeasy, and then I did like you know, a seafood and steakhouse, and that was kind of like a little bit out. But I typically, you know, get down there, do about. Oh, I did the casino down there too, like the Rivers Casino. So there were like a bunch of like nice shows. One of them is on like a red piano, which I play a lot of like stretched out versions of soul, R&B, and jazz stuff. And that's just literally me and a baby grand, which is super nice, low key vibe. But then other venues, they want to party, so I got to bring like tracks in, like percussion, and oh my god! So I had the biggest bruise I've ever had in my life from guess what it was?
What? Microphone?
Mm-mm.
Oh my god!
It was about this big. The bruise was this big.
Fuck.
The lid of the piano hit you.
Mm-mm.
Somebody's fist. I don't know.
Someone threw a beer bottle at you.
No! God, these are terrible answers.
That's why we
Okay.
have chicken wire, like the Blues Brothers.
It was from my tambourine.
Oh my god! How was I supposed to?
And I got the bruise was this big. I don't have a picture of it. It was horrific, and I'm just like, I look like I've been like seriously injured, but it's because I was so into the song. It was LP Lost on You.
Oh, dude, I love that song.
God, I love that song. So I'm singing it, and I get the tambourine out, and I'm just whipping through it. I'm like, oh shit, it hits, but it feels good.
It hurts so good.
It hurts so good.
I heard that song for the first time a couple years ago, and I was like, holy shit, let me learn this on the guitar real quick. But it was
when
fun.
you get older, plain and saneable, you remember all the danger you came from. I think that might be the lyrics. I might say it wrong.
Yeah,
I love that song.
Yeah, it's a good lyric.
Now, I also read that you did a little bit of touring in the Middle East. Is that true?
Oh my God, I basically moved out.
Yeah.
That was amazing. You know, I've been so blessed to have gone out there and to have met all the people I've met. You know, I've played with some incredible musicians. Some of my friends, you know, we're still in like weird and wonderful WhatsApp groups. I'll tell you the name of one later. I named it. I'm really proud. But yeah, me and the boys always keep in touch. And my friend Pat, he was playing with Casey and the Sunshine Band for a little while.
Oh, nice.
One of my other guys is like, I don't know. They've always got something cool going on. We're all still like, you know, full-time musicians. Except one. I can't. I'm not gonna put him on blast. he wanted to do something else. It's okay. I still love him. Still love you. But yeah. And yeah, we all kind of keep in touch, which is nice. You know what? There's been some sad news in the last like 6 months where a lot of my creative friends who have been through, especially because they were kind of stuck in certain places during COVID, you know, a lot of them took like a hit mentally. And some people have just not like recovered from that kind of thing, which is kind of sad. Yeah. But yeah, it's been a journey. Definitely coming to the States, I've continued to get that momentum after, you know, moving countries and stuff, but that's takes a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild.
COVID was definitely a big hit on everyone in the arts.
Yeah.
It's not surprising, though. I think that a lot of people are still recovering from it as
Yeah.
well. You know, financially, mentally, there's been a lot that a lot of people. It's their livelihood. You know what I mean? You can meet some of the greatest circus performers, but they were laid off, and some of them haven't never made a return.
Yeah.
It's a sad thing. On a lighter news, I see that you're also going to be making a little bit of a pit stop up in Wisconsin. You're going to be doing some shows up in the Great North.
Yeah, so I got I didn't write these dates down, sorry. I'm going to be at Shakers, which is going to be on June. Let me just check. I can check on my phone. Okay. I believe it was June 8th. I want to get the right date though.
Wisconsin is fun.
It is.
People
That's
made
right.
this joke to me before that Wisconsin is the Paris, France of the Midwest. With the cheese and the wine and the hills. And I'm like, that makes sense.
It's a little heavier here though. Honestly.
The
Oh my
people are,
God.
for sure. You were talking
No,
about the people, right?
I'm talking about the food sitting. Oh my word!
Well,
Stop.
Cheese curds will do that to
Cheese
people.
kids. Oh my god. Me and cheese have a really messed up relationship.
Same.
I've got to tell you a crazy story now. When I was really little, I stole a block of cheese from my parents' fridge, and like, I was like, I was only little, but I was determined that I wanted this whole block of cheese. And
What kind of cheese?
It was like Colby Jackson. It was just like something, just it was tasty.
Mm-hmm.
And I panicked because somebody like came through one of the doors, and I was sitting in the back garden, and I panicked so bad I threw it over next door.
No.
And then it was like plain inside. I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna see it. This is like a little fence between the two houses. This is like all little townhouses in the UK. I'm like, oh no. And then all of a sudden I see the door, someone else's door open next door, and the dog comes running out. The dog goes for the cheese, and this dog was like choking on this block of cheese.
No.
I shit you not. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna kill the dog. I'm like watching from the corner somewhere. And yeah, I don't remember what happened after that, but I remember it all in great detail.
That's funny.
Yeah, the dog survived it. That dog was still there.
Oh, that's good.
We moved.
I hope that dog is not lactose intolerant. Oh, you moved after? Good move, because that dog is probably shooting.
Bro, it was probably shitting everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh
Yikes.
my god.
But you'll have some good times in Wisconsin, though.
Yeah.
Do you have the dates, or do you have any dates that you're going to be performing?
I
out
actually
there?
have a whole bunch. Let me read them out real quick.
Please do. This is a show to promote upcoming events.
Because I booked 4 of them today. So here we are, June 29th, as well as the June 8th one. July 12th,
And
August 10th.
Where are these at?
These are all going to be at the same place, which is Shaker's Milwaukee, Shaker's Cigar Lounge.
Okay.
And then August 24th. So that's, 4 additional shows after the one in 2 weeks. So yeah,
Awesome.
it's quite a lot. They like me up there, and it's such a vibe every time. When it's, Shaker's Cigar Lounge is one of my favorite places in Wisconsin, for sure.
Do you always book your own shows, or what's the process behind that?
I book maybe 80% of my shows. I work with like a handful of agents as well. And then I get a lot of referrals and then private parties. I get leads through my website, through my social media, and it's kind of been making sure all them kind of wheels are turning, that I get regular stuff I book in, just like clockwork now, which is easy, which is why I've put more of a focus into my original music this year. Now I've got something kind of turning one side, let's try to turn this other one and see how it goes, which is why I got the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday kind of process going on. But I am trying to make sure I prioritize a day of just I need to chill the fuck out. Yeah.
That's good. That's really good. Well, best of luck to you in Wisconsin. That's really fun. When you're out there, check out the river boats that they have. They're super fun. They also have a statue of Fonzie out there, Arthur Fonzarelli. Be sure to check that out. He's an icon of Wisconsin, for sure. Now, I was also doing some reading, and you've got 2 girls at home, right?
Yes.
Would you like to talk about them? You want to give them a shout out?
I want to shout out to my little girls, Raina and Araya.
Oh. Now, I also know that you have some kids projects coming up.
Yes, so I have a special event coming up, and it's going to be in Kenosha. So I'm going to actually be posting a full flyer of that information. So if you add me on Instagram or Facebook, you'll see add me under This is Clarissa UK. I'm going to be posting all that information in the next few days because I'm waiting for a flyer from them. So I think the date's actually going to be it's going to be June 5th, I think. Let me just double check. But that's going to be like a workshop for production, laying vocals down, just some basic stuff with one of the with Logic Pro X. So I'm just going to be doing a little workshop. It's only about 40 minutes, but
cool.
That's cool. There's been a big influx of a female artist coming up in the music industry recently. Mm-hmm. Do you have any words of encouragement or any advice to young females getting into the music industry? What was that like for you?
Oh god, it's actually been a really hot mess. So I would recommend definitely having someone by your side to kind of like look over you a little bit. Find a mentor. Find a mentor. Find someone who's actively doing that and kind of latch onto them, you know. Let someone take you under the wing to help you avoid some mistakes, and also to avoid people taking advantage of you. Like, that's really important. And if you've got no choices, just be vigilant. Like, research. People learn how to network. Networking has been a huge thing that will help you grow. Try and channel any emotions you're going through into your music and make something positive out of it. Don't let it demotivate you, because I feel like if you have something consistent and something keeping you like in shape, like, for example, no matter what I'm going through, I'm still going to go to the gym. Like, every day I have something that's consistent with me regardless, you know, and make your music that thing as well. This is going to happen regardless of what's going on. I don't care how crap I'm feeling, like, I'm still going to go to the studio. I don't know. Because, I mean, if you're going to be a professional musician, you can't just slack off anyway. You got to go and perform. So, job, you know, it's a job at that point. So, you know, treat it that way if you really love it.
At one point in your life where you're like, all right, this is not a hobby anymore. Now it's like my professional life.
Oh, my God. Probably 17.
At 17?
Yeah, I'm like, I can't.
Were there any, like, moments at that point where you were just like, well, okay, cool, this is actually happening for me? What did that feel like?
I didn't think you ever feel like that. I think you're like, you're always kind of like, it's not a sense of impending doom, but you're always wondering if, I think that maybe even just be me. It's like you're always wondering sometimes, like, how can I get better? How can I give more? How can I grow this? So I think you become disciplined in your growth. And you know, that comes in different forms for different people, you know. Some people need to learn how to network better. Some people need to learn how to sing a certain way, or some people need to learn people skills. Like, there's so many different things. It's like shaping your brand and shaping how you're seen amongst the industry. Like, some people might say I'm crazy. Like, some people might say, oh, she's really professional. I'm like, shit, which one is it? Because I don't know. I
Some
try
of the
my
best
best.
people are crazy. You know?
I have certain, like, standards. Like, for me, like, I hate being, like, behind schedule. Like, even if I'm early, but not early enough, I get flustered. Like, because I like to allow time to set up, time for any issues.
Same.
I have to be. And if people are late, oh my God.
We're usually on time, if not early here. For today, we're a little bit late.
I like to just be ready to go. I'm just weird like that now. That might be anxiety. I don't know. Maybe I'm just messed up.
How do you cope with anxiety?
I wake out, or I literally walk around playing healing frequencies on my phone.
Like healing, like radio waves or something like that, like sound waves. Or something.
Sound waves and so high. You know what? I play that in my sleep.
I was gonna say, are you the kind of person that needs to hear something when they sleep?
Right now I do. Yes, there's lots going on.
Interesting.
It helps.
Now, if you had a message to your version of your younger self, if you were to go back in time, meet yourself at 17, 18, when you're just getting into it, what would you tell yourself?
Love yourself a little more. Give yourself grace, not too much grace. Just you know, be accountable and, well, yeah, give yourself a bit of grace. Love yourself more.
You're a lot easier on yourself than I was when I was asked that question. I'd be like, quit being a fucking idiot.
Well, that kind of comes with love yourself. Stop.
True, that is true. Maybe my younger self would be telling my older self, you need to love yourself more, bro. What happened? For anyone out there who's listening, if you want to go ahead and write some questions out in the comments section right now for Clarissa, you're more than welcome to. We see you up on here. We see a bunch of people out viewing right now. So, again, if you want to go on that chat right to the side there, I'm going to type hello just so you guys see. Go ahead and write down some questions.
Interact with those Clarissa.
People. Let us know you're listening. Say what's up.
Hello.
Say, hey, how you doing? Say
Otherwise, I'm going to quit.
No, Jay, don't. We're just getting started.
No. We don't have 1 billion views yet. What do you mean?
We're getting there. We're getting there. Well, cool. So, Clarissa, what was life in the UK like before you moved here, and what kind of shows were you performing out there?
It was very rainy, which is why I was so happy to travel and go and perform in the Middle East. The UK was it was interesting. I kind of did a spectrum of things. I did a lot of restaurant, bars, corporate events. I started working like for the town, with the town more for some town events. And then I did this really cool thing called Secret Singers, which is where you're hired as a performing artist. You pick like 2 or 3 songs, but then when you arrive to like the wedding or like whatever's going on, you pretend that you're part of like the catering staff. And all of a sudden when there's something going on around you, you make something called a drop. And you make this big sound and draw everyone's attention, like maybe scream as like you fall down with something, which is what I had to do. And so you get everyone's attention, and then all of a sudden you break out in a song. Wow. And so it's really fun.
Cool. Yeah.
But there was a day, this is a long time ago now, I wasn't feeling great when I got to my gig. And then I got told, and I looked up, I'm like, what's the drop? Because I got asked to do the drop. This is how I ended up like having to do that. And they explained it to me. I must have been so awkward, like doing this like slow motion, fall to the ground. And somebody laughed at me instead of like making sure I was good. I heard somebody chuckle. I'm thinking, what the hell? What kind of party is this? Who are you people? I'm like, I didn't really know. I didn't know anybody. I'm the secret singer, but anyway, and then sung an opera song. So, yeah.
And you were on a couple TV shows out there as well, correct?
Where?
I believe I read that on your website. I thought you were saying that you were part of some shows.
I did a Arabic music TV thing, which was Let's Jam. So it was like a mixture of popular jazz songs, but then done with Arabic drums, and that was on Wanasar TV with Tunes Arabia. That was fun.
Cool.
Yeah, it was a really fun event.
Those guys party out there hard.
Oh my God, they do.
Oil money. Woo, 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 some good parties out there.
It's definitely late nights. We used to go to after party, like the band. Oh my word! And I didn't even know I wore like heels like this. We start playing at 9, then we get off at 1, and then we go after party for like. This is like 8 hours and like 5-inch heels, and I'm just like, this is why I needed a foot massage all the time. Yeah, because we go after party, and all of a sudden I take them off, and they're like, we're getting an Uber. I'm like, I want buffet breakfast. Like, we're not getting an Uber. Like, I've run through a desert with some homeless dogs. I'm like, I need to just get through here so I can get buffet breakfast. Wow. They meet me there. This is like 5 a.m. I'm like, yeah, let's go. I was hungry.
Do you have a certain kind of wardrobe that you wear? You mentioned heels. Like, I know some people swear against them. Gene Simmons is all about the platforms, you know. What's like your go-to style that you wear on stage?
I don't know. Maybe I'm like a modern pinup girl for the most part. But I do like doing, sorry, I'm attacking the mic. I do like to do a little bit more of a, I don't know, bohemian look a little bit more right now. But mixed in with, with the pinup style. I love reds. I love suede. I love polka dots. I've started being obsessed with like zebra style stuff. Not actual zebras, by the way. I'm not a monster. I really love the patterns. So I started wearing bucket hats, like fluffy bucket hats. Like it became my vibe. I'm like, okay, now I need to calm down. I have a bucket hat collection now.
Oh my God.
And then I had this, I don't have it with me. I wish I would have bought it. I had this like fishnet, the Monty fishnet thing, and I put it over my face, and I did that in my shoot. It looked a little crazy, but it was fun. I think one of them pictures is on my Instagram, actually. Yeah.
Now, do you do any like modeling? Because your Instagram, you have some beautiful photos on there.
Thank you.
Do you do modeling? Would you consider yourself a model?
I don't consider myself a model, but I will model for money. If someone wants me like to, represent their brand for something, and they think it will be aligned with my brand, we can probably collaborate or something. I'm joking. You know, I like to collaborate with the people. You know, some of my friends were making, you know, had like clothing lines and stuff in the UK, and we would wear them in music videos and stuff like that. There's actually a video out there called "Get Your Own Ride," which was shot in like 2015 with me on it. Yeah, a lot of fun. But yeah, when I'm going to a show, depending on the venue, the genre that they're gonna have, I like to dress a little bit more on the rocky side if I'm doing like some bars and restaurants in Wisconsin, because I'm going to be doing rock that night. So I'll go for Power Girl, like I'll scrape all my hair back and I'll put like, you know, like a little bit of liner on and stuff like that. As obviously as well as all my contouring and stuff like that. You know, a lot of my friends who are in the, you know, performing industry, like some of them would be models, like, and do makeup artists. I've just had to learn from them from afar, like make sure I get it right. But yeah.
Now, we do have a question right now from Marley Tomlinson. Marley, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. You were actually one of our first subscribers, so thank you, Marley, for watching. We love you. Marley wants to know, where in the UK are you from originally, Clarissa?
So, right below Manchester is a little town called Staffordshire, which is famous for pottery, darts players, Robbie Williams, the singer, Phil Taylor, darts. Nothing really exciting. I think we had like JCB, isn't it? You know, JCB, like the Diggers and stuff like that. That's a UK thing. I'm trying to think of ways that you might be able to pinpoint where I'm from. Then you got that Royal Dalton, like figurines and pottery and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was all from where I grew up.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
And you're the next big thing to come out of it, right?
Probably.
She's working on it.
I'm working on it. We're all a work in progress.
You know it. Well, thank you for the comment, Marley. We really appreciate it. For anyone else out there, if you have any other questions, please let us know. Go ahead and write away on the comments here. Clarissa's on here too. She can see your comments as well. So let us know that you're listening. Let us know where you're from. Unless you're from Green Bay, Wisconsin, then we're kidding. I'm not kidding.
He's not.
See you soon, Green Bay. Are you a sports fan at all?
No.
No? I don't blame you. I get it.
It's too complicated. It's too stressful. I got enough shit going on.
Sure. You haven't been to any Chicago sports games or anything while you've been here?
No. I'm not saying I wouldn't. I think I would probably like just to go for the experience, you know. Who knows? Maybe I become a diehard fan from the experience. I don't know.
Hey,
I'll
give it a shot this summer. I'm telling you, it's a good time. It's get to a Cubs or a Sox game. I think you'll be a fun.
Nobody goes for the baseball. They just go to like drink and have fun with their friends.
True. Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
I mean, the White Sox are doing terrible this year, so I probably wouldn't suggest them. Maybe get to a Cubs game. Cubs now have wine in the outfield, which is pretty cool. You can go get a platter of cheese and some crackers and some wine. It's kind of bougie. Marley is commenting on here. DJ Surreal is from that area. Do you know DJ Surreal?
No, I'm going to see that's going to be Googled immediately after we wrap up, because I need to know now.
It sounds surreal. Well, thank you for the love, Marley. We really appreciate it. Oh, thanks, Marley. And again, for anyone out there listening, go ahead and leave us some comments. We'd love to hear them. If you got any questions for Clarissa, we're going to be on the air for a little while, so let us know if you have any other questions. Jay, do you got any other questions?
Perhaps. Damn, now you're putting me in a spot.
I'm sorry. I got one if you're ready for it. I gotta ask. Can I ask? Your tattoos are so cool. Can I ask about them?
Go ahead.
Can give us a tattoo tour, if you will. The microphone is awesome. Like, what's your favorite? Where'd you start?
I had Claire de Lune inside this rose, little notes. I had the microphone, very typical, but then I had the gramophone. I kind of wanted to put it all together. I have my angel of music.
Cool.
There's a lot going on.
Oh, it's a gramophone. That's so cool.
Mm-hmm. Music here, my butterfly. Music is my life. That's Sagittarius time.
Very cool.
Yeah, I like the smoky, dark blue, almost. These might be almost same blue, but these are pretty. This is like 4 years old.
Wow. The microphone is super cool, especially as a singer. I've been talking about getting a microphone as a comedian for a while, but I'm like, I don't think I use it that often. According to Jay, I don't use it properly enough. So. That's super cool. And muscles are tattoos always look cool with a bit of muscle underneath.
Yeah.
So keep getting at the gym, girl. I see you there. That's awesome. That's really cool. Me and Jay are trying to do a tattoo episode sometime soon. So we're maybe gonna get a live tattoo artist inside.
Oh my God, I want to come.
Please do. That'd be a party.
Do a tattoo party live.
Y'all be hilarious.
Dude, right? That'd be dope.
I'm ready. Let me know.
Let's do it.
I don't know if I want the internet to see me crying though.
I'm
kidding.
We'll put some numbing cream on you.
Nah, I don't need any bubbly cream.
Like one of them little systems. Kidding.
We'll just do a couple shots of whiskey before.
There you go. That's better.
Hey, shit.
I got what the kids call a sleeper body. I got all my tattoos are like hidden within this. As long as I can keep this okay for the camera, I'm okay then. But we'll see. Do you have any tattoos on the horizon that you'd like to get?
Gosh, I do. I really want to fill this space in here and do my hand here and eventually do this side. I do know.
You got any tattoo artists you want to give a shout out to, or?
And I'm trying to go to a place close to my house. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't really been doing too much research on it. I think I'm kind of waiting until I have a solid idea that I want. I have to be able to piece it together. I want it to be, again, super meaningful. So I need to take that time, not just run in there. Because I'm very spontaneous like that, but I can't do that with a tattoo.
It's true.
You can, though. You know what I mean? Spontaneous tattoos are sometimes
This
the
was
best
kind of
tattoos.
spontaneous.
They're fun. So you're Sagittarius. What's your birthday?
December 14th.
December 14th.
Hey, Sagittarius gang.
Sagittarius too?
I am.
Yeah.
December 5th.
What are the traits of a Sagittarius?
I have no fucking idea.
Which you would know.
I only know because
I knew some.
I only know I'm a Sagittarius because other people told me I'm a Sagittarius. Other than that, I have no idea.
I'm with you. I'm like.
All I know is that Gatorade comes in Mercury sometimes.
Your Gatorade comes in Mercury. What does that mean?
People on the internet will understand.
Because the whole science thing, I always thought it was a pseudoscience. I'm like, it's this. The stars and the Earth have shifted since that was a thing, right? So it's like you're really a couple months off, but I don't know. It might be a pseudoscience. I'm a Libra. Apparently, I weigh things out, but I kind of don't think that's true. I kind of just. Maybe I do.
Maybe you're doing it right now.
Is Pluto a planet?
Well.
Is Pluto a planet? Well, it was, but now apparently it's not. But it was.
Oh my God, no.
In writing it was, but it's a gas.
Jupiter's gas.
Maybe this is the most Libra trait I have.
Why are we talking about gas anyway? Like, it's gas or gas. Like, which gas weighs the heaviest? Come on.
We've now turned this into
His
a fart
gas.
episode.
His gas. I'll let you know now.
Oh, yeah. By that, I mean some dank weed.
That's the gas.
That's the gas we're talking about over here. Ladies and gents.
Mm-hmm. What is marijuana like in the UK? Is it decriminalized?
Do they smoke like spliffs or whatever with tobacco in it? Is that a thing?
Yeah, spliffs are definitely a thing.
More spliffs than anything?
Yeah.
Why do they do that?
Shit, because it's expensive.
So is it legal in certain parts? Is it decriminalized?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. I think it's getting more lenient because of the Americas opening up. So, I don't honestly. I don't know. Like, weed's different out there. So I used to smoke a lot of cheese. Called cheese.
What's that?
It's like a
weed?
really stinky weed. It smells like cheese, like
It's
cheesy,
dank.
but
Okay.
it's dank. That's the word I'm looking for. Definitely can't get on the bus with that shit.
Not like
I smell
here.
some guy one day. I'm like, damn, bro, like
They'll be
you
rolling
bringing
that
the
shit
weed
on the bus.
Can't throw it over the fence to the neighborhood dog either. Huh?
And you see, yeah, not like cheese. It's not like cheese.
Different kind of cheese.
Do you have a favorite drink of choice?
Oh my gosh! So since I moved to the Midwest, I started to really like old fashions,
Ah, okay.
but on the sweet side.
Okay.
And then I realized old fashions were kind of making me really like, I had to make sure I did more workout sessions because of the sugar. Like, oh my God. What did I switch to? I just started drinking shots instead, which is probably just as bad. I just didn't have a drink to sip on.
Better than beer.
Yeah, I switched to vodka because beer was way too many calories.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and Jay are trying to get our summer bods going here,
Yeah.
so we're trying to come back in the beer, but it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, that's definitely an issue.
Everybody on that Ozempic now.
Oh,
Yeah,
Zen.
right?
Oh
You're
my
on
god.
the Ozempic diet. Shit.
That's weird.
That's
to see.
that's crazy, man. I'm hearing about it. I'm like, damn, everybody trying this shit. I know.
They look like you could just blow them over. They just look kind of like shallowed out, hollow souls.
And
of
for
their
something
former
that's
selves.
to regulate something else, like for diabetes or something, right? That's
Is
what
it?
Ozempic's supposed to be for.
But people are just using it as a dietary thing?
Yeah, because that's one of the side effects.
That's wild.
So Ozempic was supposed to be for people with diabetes.
They should just try depression like the rest of America. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. I'm half kidding. But seriously,
But what are the side effects of always taking Ozempic now? Like, you know.
probably going to fuck up your liver.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
People sacrificing their liver to be thinner. Like, what the fuck?
Right.
We
Welcome
want
to
you
America.
here, guys,
Welcome
for
to
longer.
America.
Only in America
my
will you find
God.
commercials where it's all like the side effects will cause death, but then they'll still fucking.
And they speed that shit up. I'm like, oh, God.
Right.
I'm like, come on now, tell him.
It'll cure your headache, but it'll cause you to die.
You're going to shit yourself in 3 hours. Like, oh, my head feels so clear. Well, not my fucking pants. Like, come
Right.
on.
Now, what's something that folks from the UK make fun of Americans on? Because I've read on the internet of a
Oh,
handful
my
of
God.
things.
No.
Say it.
Say it.
I wanna
mean, it's a safe
know.
space.
Like,
We use
so
red Solo cups. The rest of the world doesn't use red Solo cups, from what I've read.
For real?
I think it's definitely a so in the UK, like, I don't know, when you watch the news in the UK, you kind of get used to it, right? So when you see news in another country, it kind of throws you off, especially where they've got like more confidence, different kind of mannerisms, different accents. So when I started watching, whenever I would come across like American TV growing up by accident, it'd be like wasn't real. But now you come here and you live here and then you're amongst American people, you're like, shit, they weren't playing. They're actually like this on the TV and then in person, because just again, like the personalities seem bigger in America. Like everyone seems
8 people shot today on the south side, right?
It's true. You're right.
like everything comes across as more vibrant.
What's one example that you were like, oh shit, they actually do that here?
Like maybe guns and stuff. Maybe
Everybody gets access to a gun.
guns and stuff like that aren't like customary in the UK. You know, it's only really in like capital cities, like in London around Buckingham Palace, you would see police with guns in the UK, but that's now gone into more metropolitan areas like Manchester and Birmingham. So I've seen more and more like of that coming into play in the UK, but then our crime is different because like civilians don't have guns.
So they use knives instead?
Yeah.
No,
So
there's
it's
more
knife
knife.
crime.
Yeah.
But yeah, guns in America are like it's definitely a little bit of a culture shock thing.
You can literally go to a Walmart and buy a gun
Buy a
here.
gun. Like shit, damn.
Crazy.
Nuts. You go to parts of Texas, you get a free bowl of soup with your gun purchase. Typically, it's insane. Or you get a gun with your bowl of soup purchase.
Here's a free steak.
Oh my word.
So, what are some other things that you think Americans do that are funny that British?
What's like a culinary difference that you find from here in the UK?
Okay, so when I first came to the United States, I tried biscuits and gravy and some southern stuff.
That's southern.
It was heavy for me, especially because I was like, at the time I was in Italy, so I was on a very Mediterranean diet, and then all the FDA is different in America than it is the UK, so I just didn't feel good when I was eating like some American dishes, like while I was on vacation. I was eating here for like 4 days, and I became like really sick. I felt like clogged up.
Heavy.
I don't know. I feel like the
all the
food situation.
preservatives.
Yeah, the food situation here is, it's
Shitty.
not. Yeah, it's not fair on people. You know.
Yeah, they be stuffing those animals with like hormones and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's why I didn't like the dairy here.
Stuff it with hormones. They stuff it with like all this other shit.
Some
Preservatives,
pesticides,
fake dye.
making people's skin all messed up.
Yeah.
Like one of my friends has celiac disease, and then all of a sudden when she goes to Europe,
They don't
Like,
have that over there.
she's not swelling up after having a slice of bread or whatever, you know.
It's way different.
No, let's flip that question. What's some things that you miss from the UK?
You know what? I'll give the UK this. We have awesome pastries. So you would have like the pound, you know, like a dollar pound or whatever, but we have pound coins. You go to a dollar bakery. Like back when I was there, shit, it might be like $1.40 now. It might be a pound 50 now, a pound 50 bakery or $2 bakery or £2 bakery. Yeah, so we'd have little bakeries on every corner where you could get like fresh puff pastries stuffed with like beans and cheese and chili. Sometimes you'll get like curry inside, curry goat, or you'll have like certain patties, like different kind of pastries and stuff stuffed with different cool things.
That's cool.
You didn't really find too many of them here in the States, so I actually started to get my like pastries and stuff and start making them at the house. I'm like, yes, it's working. It tastes good. I can butter it on top, making them all crispy on top. It's all flaky. Yeah, I've had to find a way to reinvent that, you know, in my household.
What's your favorite thing to bake?
I don't do that much baking. Next question.
Well, is there anything else out there that you want to promote? Any other upcoming events? Any projects that you have coming up?
Apart from the stuff I've got coming every Tuesday, you know, some of these weekly releases are going to start including collaborations. So Johnny Franchino, I think he's based out of Chicago, so he's actually on one of my tracks, which is called, oh my God, I forgot the name of my own song, I Ain't Right. And it's a very, very, very jazzy track. It's like that fast track with all the brushes and,
Nice.
you know, it gets exciting. So I can't wait for that song to come out. That's going to be like a middle of June situation. But yeah, so the Ambassador's coming up this Friday. That's going to be a vibe. And that's normally between 7 and 10 p.m. So I'll be playing there live. And that's kind of a mixed vibe too. There's not going to be much rock in there or anything. It's going to be mostly like a soul blues, you know, kind of show. But yeah, I play there nearly every Friday. But next 2 Fridays is there. And then I got the Untitled Supper Club coming up, which will be with not a full band, but like a quartet. So that's coming up as well. And then Boss Bar is on the 4th of June, which is a ladies' night, Tuesday night. Club. The club's gearing up on a Tuesday for ladies' night. I can't wait. It's going to be fun. It's going to be more like a classic funky night. You know, people want to dance. You know, probably have some free drinks or something. I don't know. They're going to be doing something.
Cool. I think Jay, you and I should go out to that Untitled Supper Club. You would love it, dude. You really, really would. It's a cool place.
I believe you.
It's a fun spot. Well, best of luck to you in all your future endeavors. Is there anything else out there that you'd like to tell the world on the show?
I don't know.
The world is listening.
Go on my Facebook, go on my Instagram. This is Clarissa UK. Follow my journey. Shoot me a message. Tell me if you think I should learn some certain kind of cool songs. Try to get them in my sets, and hopefully, you know, catch you at the show sometime. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sweet. And Marley messaged again. She said, I think she deleted her comment. She it looked like she wanted to join in on the party. I'm not going to say what, but it looks like she wanted to join in on the party before. But Marley, thank you for listening. We really appreciate your comments. Well, cool. Well, it looks like we're getting just about that time here. Is there anything else you guys want to get out here on the show, put into the universe?
Apple Music, Spotify, all the major platforms you can find me on. This is Clarissa UK.
Cool. And we're going to have everything down in the description below, everybody. So tune in, check out Clarissa, check out some of her live shows. If you see her at any of the shows, tell her hi. Tell her you watch the show.
Yeah, tell me.
People like that. What if you ever? I guess maybe I got one more question for you. What's your maybe favorite fan interaction? If you ever had someone who's like, I've been following you for so long and blah, blah, blah.
I was going to tell you, I actually converted a lady I met on the airplane coming to America into a close friend of mine and fan. So she comes to see me every time I'm in Virginia. But we met when I first came to this country, and she's still friends with me now, which is amazing.
Oh, what's her name? You want to give her a shout out?
Chandel. That's one you, baby.
Hey, Chandel.
Oh, yeah.
Well, very cool. Let me see if I had any other questions on here.
Uh-oh.
I think we asked you pretty much everything
Yeah.
here. Well, Clarissa, nothing but the best of luck to you in the future. You're a delight to talk to.
Thank you.
You're a ray of sunshine. You're bossy. You're sassy. You're sophisticated. And you're a boss woman. And we greatly appreciate all
Thank
of your
you.
hard work. And thank you for coming onto the show today,
Thanks for having
sincerely. Jay, you got any other questions or anything?
I think we asked pretty much everything we wanted to ask.
Cool.
Just want to say thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure talking to you.
Well, Jay, you and I usually close out the show every week by giving people a challenge. Oh, shoot. Something that people should try to strive to do throughout the week. Do you got anything you want to challenge some folks to do?
Learn about a different country. There's so many places out there that nobody knows about.
Learn about a different country. Try to travel too. Traveling can be expensive, especially if you live here in America. When I was working at Big Bus, I shouldn't say that title. When I was working for the rather large bus company in Chicago, people would always ask me, "Oh, where's your favorite place to visit?" I'm like, I live here. That's what I do. I wish I had a better answer for them. So yeah, learn about some countries. Try to go visit. Life is really short, and I think it's really good for folks to get out of their comfort zone and see what the rest of the world lives like. Otherwise, you'll just live your life like an uncultured swine and not know any better.
Otherwise, you just live your life like an American.
Yeah. Hey, nothing wrong with that, but, expand your horizon a little bit. It's a really beautiful world out there. Clarissa, any last-minute things you want to tell the world before we sign out?
Music wouldn't be music without listening ears. So it's always important that you guys appreciate any support I get from you. Like when you go and listen to my music or you come out to a show, it means a lot to me. So thank you.
Oh yeah.
All right, folks. Well, I think that's just about all we got for the show tonight. Again, thank you so much for listening and tuning in to Hawk Wins Radio Picture Show. My name is Jack Dwyer.
And I'm Jay Smooth.
Thank you all for listening.
Peace.
Have a good night.